Alright, Unit 5, Formative 1, Day 5, Factor by Grouping. This is when we're going to factor and there's more than 3 terms. Okay, and it's called factor by grouping. Alright, so right here we have 3n to the third plus 12n squared plus 2n minus 8. Okay, so it's not a trinomial, so we can't use the 2 parentheses, but we can group 2 terms together. So I'm going to go ahead with parentheses. I'm going to group these 2 terms together and these 2. You notice the plus sign stays in the middle, okay? So make sure the plus sign stays in the middle on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at them as 2 separate problems. So I'm going to take this first one, okay, and I'm going to factor out a GCF. Okay? So we have 3n to the third minus 12n squared. Now a 3 will go into both of those and an n squared. Okay? So again, remember, let me get rid of this. Factoring is a lot like dividing. Okay, so 3 divided by 3 is 1. N to the third divided by n squared is n. Okay, and then negative 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then my n's cancel out. Okay, so that's my first grouping together. Now bring down my plus sign. And now 2n minus 8. What do they have in common? They have a 2 in common. So I'm going to factor a 2 out of there. Okay, and that leaves me the n minus 4. And if you notice, what's inside my parentheses is the same. That will always happen. Okay, if that does not happen, you did something wrong. Okay? So my answer now is going to be 3n squared plus 2, all right, times my n minus 4. Okay, so those 2 go there, and then my 3n plus 2 are grouped together. All right, let's look at another one. So I'm going to go ahead and group my first 2. Oops, forgot that one. And my second 2. Alright, no, that should be around the squared. Okay, but the plus is in between them. So 20r to the third plus 8r squared. So they have a 4 in common and an r squared. Alright, so 20 divided by 4 is 5. R to the third divided by r is r. And then 8 divided by 4 is 2, and my r's cancel. Right now, 15r plus 6, they have a 3 in common. Okay, and 3 will go into 15r, 5r times, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Again, what's inside your parentheses is the same. Okay, so you're going to take 4r squared plus 3r. That's going to be grouped together. And what's in your parentheses. Okay, and that's it. That's factor by grouping. Remember, this is used when there's more than 3 terms.